Springfield School, Jersey, as in many schools, maths has traditionally been resistant to improvement until now. One form entry, mixed ability, this school is like thousands of others. We're sharing a maths lesson with the new Year 1. Today, it's place value. Let's meet the team. Linda Crawford, class teacher, assisted for maths by Rebecca Hosking. Behind the scenes, watching every move and listening on their radio headphones, our experts Richard Dunn, maths consultant, and Ian George, mentor for maths teaching.
Everybody, point to the resources table. Good. Point to the maths table.
They will use the maths table and the journey from the resources table to visualise calculations or maths stories. They do this by moving cups or cards between the resources table and the maths table.
Right, I need a helper. Please be my helper.
Well, we want the children to come and actually have a go, to really live maths, to feel maths, so they really understand and get the whole concept of doing it.
Get ready to help me. Get ready to help me. I'm going to write the maths story. You're going to act the real story. But I'm not going to use my voice. I'm going to write the maths story and Ruben is going to act the real story. Have a look.
Well, we start off with the children actually moving the cups, physically moving them from the resources table to the maths table. That's a real story. It's a real thing that happens.
Look what I'm going to write now.
The maths story is how we'd write that down mathematically with symbols. So we'd write the symbol 3, the symbol add, the symbol 2, etc. That makes a maths story. A sum, a line of symbols, is a maths story.
It's a maths story, yeah.
I'm going to write this. You're going to act it.
This wagging of the finger's really important. It kinesthetically and dramatically reinforces the equal sign.
He's good with the equal sign. I mean, it seems that Linda's decided he needed some help, but he's actually seeing it as being interpreted as count the cups.
From my experience of teaching that, that's one of the signs which is easily neglected as having a purpose, and that action is giving it a very direct purpose indeed.
Yes.
Ruben, how much is there here?
5 cups.
Give him a clap.
The children sitting in rows to do the maths game is not a Victorian concept. The children have to learn, they need to lay the foundations for a fundamental understanding of the mathematical concepts.
I think it's important for the children to have a balance of different ways of teaching, so that this method of teaching with the children in rows, where it is quite formal, is formal, direct teaching. We would only ever do that for short, very paced spans of time.
I'm going to speak, Miss Hoskins is going to write, and Ruben is going to act. Ruben, come out.
Ruben's second time. He's been having a few problems, so demonstrating will help him.
3 cups. Add 2 cups.
The whole class are constantly being asked to help articulate and to observe, so everybody's involved in different ways.
And it's the same with really big numbers. Ruben, suppose you've got to take 3,000 cups from the resources table to the maths table. 3,000 cups. Take them.
We encourage Ruben to come along and pick up this big number so he really gets a feeling for what we're doing. Because the number obviously is just like 3 and 1,000, so he uses the action to emphasise how much there is and then carries it over.
What's the number?
3.
What's the word? Thousands. Act that, Ruben.
This is a remarkable bit, isn't it, now?
You can see the children are not inhibited about working with such a big number as 3,000 or 2,000. It's just another denomination for them, and quite easy.
Getting ready.
to get some more.
Good.
Brilliant.
What's really interesting here is that he's very clear about the add sign, meaning getting ready to get some more, and raises his hands appropriately.
What's the word? Thousand. Take them over to...
Feel the weight.
Wait for the next part, Reuben. What's the number? What's the number? 5. What's the word? 1,000. I'm going to speak a math story, Miss Hoskins. You're going to write a math story. You're going to write a math story.
The underlying thing here is that they're being inducted into the very logic of mathematics, that 3,000 is understandable from the small result, 3,
Yes.
add 2, etc. And that's really quite different of first of all, immersing them in the illogical language of 11, 12, 13, 14 and so on, where the words themselves obscure the logic that maths can offer.
We're going to read the math story. 3,000 add 2,000 equals 5,000. We can do that with hundreds, can't we, Miss Hoskins?
Yes, we can.
300 add 200
Equals 500.
done.
The scheme that we're using now actually encourages children to think, and it uses the important elements of visualisation, articulation and reinforcement. The maths in school is taking on a real excitement at the moment. There's a buzz in school, the children are enjoying it, the staff are enjoying it, and I think the continuity running right through is one of the major aspects of what we're doing in maths.
OK, tell me what this says.
90.
What does this say?
70.
This is really good because Linda's now taking this aspect of denomination to another stage. She's introducing cards, so children aren't just associating number with the cups, but she's also introducing this aspect of T as the 0 on a 2-digit number as being articulated as T, which is allowing children to access 9T.
Yes.
And again, they see the T as a separate denomination.
20.
How much is there here?
20.
Well done. I'll ask Miss Hoskins to put these on the maths table. Miss Hoskins put 3T on the maths table. What does this say?
For Year 1 children who are in their 6th week of Year 1 and they're working with 2-digit numbers quite confidently, quite accurately, with different levels of assistance, they're enjoying their maths.
Yeah.
Equals
5.
Brilliant.
C. Well done. Read the maths story.
3T
add 2T
equals 5T.
Break time, at least for the children. Linda's getting Rebecca up to speed on where this is all heading, getting the children to progress to vertical addition.
Before we go to the children who can do 3T2,
Right.
add 2T1
Yes.
equals
5T3.
5T3,
Yeah.
so that
They can
well
keep up.
before the end of the term, we're leading to 3T2, add 2T1, with the equals as a big maths table,
Okay.
so that the whole class will be
Be
able
able to move on at the same time. Brilliant.
So what Linda intends doing, as I understand it, is to go from this horizontal thing, which is the left to right sentence structure,
Yep.
into the vertical where you go 2 add 1 is 3.
It works really, really well, and in fact, the visual representation with the cards is only needed for quite a short time.
Right.
By the time the children have transferred this onto a vertical calculation, they can explain exactly what each of those numbers represents. So when they look at the 3T, they never say it's a 3.
5T.
Good. Well done. How much is there here?
2.
How much is there here?
3T.
How much is there here?
2.
Good. How much is there here?
2T.
Good. How much is there here?
1.
I think the ostensive learning happens there when the unit, the single digit, comes over the 0 that represents the T.
Yeah.
But it's still
It's
there.
still there behind it, yeah.
And they'll practice that lots and lots and lots.
We know that 3T add 2T equals
5T.
well done. And we've got 2.
Linda's progressing the lesson on now. She's introducing a math story of 3T2, add 2T1. At this point here, the children are being asked to articulate what they can see.
Yes.
In terms of what each number represents.
5T.
3.
Brilliant.
Well done. Children, I'd like you to have a go writing this math story.
From a teaching point of view, the fantastic thing about this is that children are confidently working within the concept of place value,
Yes.
but they're not being taught place value.
Yes.
The place valueness of it is implicit
Sure.
in what they're doing. And at no point are we saying, right, today we're going to learn about place value. Traditionally, when we've done this in the school, this is where we lose a lot of children.
Yes.
How much is there here?
14.
Well done. Really good. How much is there here?
The unusual language of T avoids a lot of confusion, but needs embedding. What happens when they get to naught?
1T.
How much is there here?
9.
Naught.
Patricia's still a bit shaky, so Linda assists her, getting her to demonstrate.
How much is there here?
40.
How much is there here?
6.
How much is there here?
46.
Tyler, how much is there here?
64.
How much is there here?
4.
How much is there here?
60.
How much is there here?
64.
Thank you. Tell me on the board. How much is there here, Tyler?
Probably the most exciting thing is her movement from the use of the concrete objects of cups, which are movable,
Yeah.
into the symbolic objects of the cards,
Yes.
which more symbolic are still movable, eventually to the written symbols on the board, which are no longer movable,
Yeah.
except in your imagination.
I love teaching it. I think it's great. I like the way it's got a lot of actions, but drama in there. And I think the children respond well to it. Therefore, they learn quickly, don't they?
The changes that we've seen in the short time that we've actually been running the scheme is the children are becoming far more confident. They are enjoying maths across the board, and the teachers seem to enjoy teaching more.
Because the children become skilled very quickly with this method of teaching maths. When the children acquire the skills and a real understanding of those skills, they feel confident, so they feel better. Hence, they enjoy their maths.